Excretory products and their elimination. The cell of living body perform vital metabolic processes to generate energy from the food consumed. These metabolic processes generate cellular wastes which are removed in the process called excretion. The excretion of urea, uric acid, creatinine occurs during the process. These are nitrogenous compounds. Excretion is the process by which waste products of metabolism and other non-useful materials are eliminated from an organism to regulate the composition of body fluids and tissues. These waste products include ammonia, uric acid, urea, carbon dioxide, ions and phosphates and sulfate. Ammonia is the most toxic and uric acid is the least toxic. The process of removing ammonia is called ammonotelism and organisms that excrete ammonia are called ammonotelic. Bony fishes, aquatic amphibians and insects are examples of ammonotelic. The organisms that release urea as nitrogenous waste are called ureotelic. Mammals, terrestrial, amphibians are examples of ureotelic. The organism that excretes uric acid is called uricotelic. Reptiles, birds and land snails are examples of uricotelic. In humans, waste generation and disposal are taken care of by the human excretory system. The human excretory system comprises of the following structures: two kidneys, two ureters, one urinary bladder, and one urethra. Kidneys are the main organ of the human excretory system. The kidneys are pet organs in each individual. They are the primary excretory organ in humans and are located one on each side of the spine at the level of the liver. They are divided into three regions: the renal cortex, which is the outer layer, the renal medulla, which is the inner layer, and the renal pelvis, which is responsible for carrying the urine from the kidney to the ureter. The functional unit of a kidney is called the nephron. Ureters. There is one ureter that comes out of each kidney as an extension of the renal pelvis. The ureter is a thin muscular tube that carries urine from the kidneys to the bladder. The urinary bladder is a sac-like structure that is lined with smooth muscle layer and is responsible for storage of urine till it is expelled from the body by micturition. Micturition is the act of expelling urine from the body. The bladder receives urine from the ureters, one from each kidney. The level of urinary bladder placement in the body differs in men and women. Urethra is a tube that arises from the urinary bladder and functions to expel urine to the outside by micturition. The urethra is shorter in females and longer in the males. In males, the urethra functions as a common path for sperms and urine. The opening of the urethra is guarded by a sphincter that is automatically controlled. Apart from the above mentioned excretory organs, there are other organs that also perform some form of excretion. Skin is the largest organ in the body. Its primary function is to protect the different organs of the body. However, the skin helps in excretion by the way of sweat. The skin eliminates compounds like NaCl, some amount of urea. Lungs are the primary respiratory organ and they help take in oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. But in this process, they also function to eliminate some amount of water in the form of vapor. The liver has an important function in excretion. It is said to be the first line of defense when it comes to hormones, fats, alcohol, and drugs. Most drugs undergo a first pass metabolism which occurs in the liver. Few drugs are eliminated directly by the kidneys. The liver is said to play a role in the elimination of excess fats and cholesterol that is essential to the health of the body. So this was the human excretory system. Thank you very much for watching us.